Hello, happy Thursday, book connectors. Welcome back to the Book Connection. I am your host, Blue-Eyed Black Devil. So let me ask you something. When was the last time you laughed? Not smiled, not smirked, not even a chuckle. I mean, when was the last time you had a good old heartfelt, side-cracking, belly-aching laugh? I honestly don't know the last time I had one of those belly-aching, side-cracking laughs. It's been, I don't know. I honestly don't know. But what I do know is I find humor in some of the most inappropriate or inopportune times. It always seems to center around deaths. Well, not necessarily deaths, but funerals. And it's whether it's my family or just family friends. And it's not just me, all of us. I'm the oldest of 4 girls. And all 4 of us seem to find things. Now, we don't just crack up like we don't do that. We're not rude. We don't do that. But you can best believe when we get home amongst ourselves, several days, a week or so later, one person will bring something up and we find that we all noticed it. I just don't know why. But, once we went to one of our great uncle's funerals, and my grandfather's mother reared all of them in the Methodist church. That's where they went. And so when everyone passes away, their funerals are always held in Methodist churches. Okay, so we go down to the little church and we have the funeral. And this is not to offend or unnerve anybody. This is simply my opinion. But Methodists aren't necessarily known for their singing capabilities. Yes, they have choirs, but what we know most, or what we like most about the Methodist church is usually just the preaching. I don't know what happened to the singing. But anyway, so we're at this funeral, and people are, silently crying, wiping eyes, all that stuff. This one lady is singing, and it was just supposed to be a verse of the song. So, oh wow, I thought it would never end. This lady held the note. I didn't time it, but if I had to make an educated guess, she held that note for at least 15 seconds past the time it should have been released. And so we were sitting there, and then I was like, whew. And I was sitting around my sisters, and I just knew they were just smirking. I ain't see them, they were just smirking, but they know that's me. But my uncle, my granddaddy's son, was sitting directly in front of one of my sisters. And when they saw him put his elbow on the back of the pew to turn around and look, everybody just froze. And mind you, we were all good and grown. And they had all had children. I hadn't had my oldest one yet. I wasn't even pregnant. But I say that because we were just raised to where certain things you just don't disrespect in a church or at in front of elders. So when they saw my uncle put his elbow on the back of that pew, they just kind of froze. That's all you could hear, because we just knew we were going to catch him when we got home. But instead, he put his arm back there, turned around and looked at one of them and smirked. And so that meant it was okay. Now, we still couldn't burst out laughing and didn't. at the church. But this time it couldn't even wait till we left the church grounds. Time we started getting in those limousines and stuff. One of my younger cousins was like, that lady held on to that note a little too long. So I'm like, oh well, so I wasn't the only one complaining. It's just that I was the only one that made, and it wasn't very loud, but my sisters around me knew exactly why I said that because, well, they just know me. But it's always something that we pick up on that most people, if they do, they don't say it. But yeah, that's the kind of stuff we do have in common. The good thing is we do have the decency not to laugh when it's actually happening. Now, another time, I will tell you about my father's funeral. Hands down, to this day, fortunately, I have not visited or attended. You know, some people just look like they just attend funerals every month, you know, or it's sometimes more than once a month. I have been blessed. I haven't lost people close enough to me for me to have to go through that. But boy, like right now, as I record this, I went to a funeral back in September of last year, 2025. I haven't been to one this year, and we're heading towards the middle of July. But when I do go, whether I ever really say anything or not, that's one thing I know they all know, that we all seem to find the same types of things funny. But when it came to my dad, honey, that was just like a comedy of errors. We talked about that, and he passed away in 2010. Here we are, 16 years later. And when it comes up, we're still laughing. But okay, book connectors, that's my question for today. When was the last time you had a genuine or a sincere, heartfelt, belly-aching, side-cracking laugh? Hop down in the comments and let us all know so we can share and see, you know, when it was. It don't, hopefully it's not about funerals, but whatever it is, even if it is funerals, hey, we're still human at the end of the day. So, subscribers, thank you so much for being subscribed. You could be anywhere else, and you probably are subscribed to several more people, but yet and still you choose to hear what I have to say, and I thank you more than words can say for that. Visitors, I thank you as well. At least you took the time to view the channel. Even if you haven't subscribed, you still see something that made you pause and hear what I had to say. And for that, I thank you. You know, you're always invited to join us at any given time. And everyone, please do not forget, in this particular segment of the channel, please only share as much as you care to share with us. Only share as much as you care to share with us. That's for book connectors and visitors as well. Please, oh please check to make sure that you are still subscribed to the channel. Please be sure to like, share, comment respectfully. Make sure your notification bells are on and set to all so you'll know every time I drop a little gem on you, like I just did a while ago. I'll tell you what made me laugh. And be safe out there. And book connectors, remember this: as long as there are books out around, there is always something to read. And until we connect again, book connectors, be safe out there. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, evening, night, or morning, whenever you choose to watch this video. And know that when we meet again, we'll find something else to chit-chat about. Okay, book connectors, be safe out there, and God bless.